What's going on, guys? Julian's Jumping Jeeps, and today we're going to be working on the headliner on the Chief. If you didn't see the introduction video for this Jeep, go watch it. Unless you're really just here for the headliner, then I guess come on. We're going to drop this thing, probably not take long at all. We got screws in the mounts here, screws in the mounts here. It's pre-86, so no seatbelt up here, which is nice. It's just some screws, Torx in the handles. Then we're gonna drop right out, I hope. This is gonna be my first one doing with a sunroof, so you guys are gonna come along for that. It should just unfold around these corners though, I hope. Let's keep these visors nice. First, I'm gonna take off this spare tire. I already cheated and did, but unzip it, unscrew it, move to the side. That's a big girl in there. Usually you got the little donut back here. All right, let's zip this side out. And do the other side. Acorns. These older ones don't have a slot in the plastic, so I'm gonna have to take off this bar in order to take this off. Resting on my head. I gotta put this camera down. And we're back on. Same thing to the other side. All right. All these handles are T25s. I like to keep the screw in them so you don't lose them. You just pull on the handle while you're doing it, and that way they stay in there. And then you cap them, and you don't lose your screw. Pull these visors off. And this one's got a mirror, so it's gonna have wires. These wires are gonna be behind this pillar, so I'm gonna have to take this pillar off before I can disconnect those wires, which does suck. Should be okay. Plate, clips. What's this light? Already got the light bulb sitting. It just rolled under the seat. Nice. This has those. These are actually nuts. So you have to get the right size and those actually come right off. Or you could just yank on them and most of the time they just come, but everything's old on this so I don't want to break anything. These, you need a little bit of a nail, and you can typically, it's better if you have a nail, but I recently just cut mine and I can still get it. But it's a lot easier if you got a nail. This is a little. Now you got access to those holes. And we're off. It's just 2/8. I got the socket. Zip these off. More acorns, nice. And then these are your wires for the light right here. Unplug these and then you can pull through the loop. And we're off. Let's repeat it on that side. Alright, I've got all the trim pieces off around it. The only thing holding it up now are these headliner trim pieces. We're gonna have to lift it up and you will crunch the corners a little bit, but you'll be all right. You gotta get it around. You have to get it around it. Yeah. You're gonna bend it a little bit. Let me do this with 2 hands. Should be able to do this without messing it up too bad. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's one. And now just repeat. Okay, well now it's sitting on my head. I've got everything off. I guess it's held on by this gasket. How am I gonna get this off? I don't know, but you guys are gonna see it with me. Let's set you up. Okay, so it does look like the gasket's pretty big. Oh, fiberglass in my eye. Continue peeling that gasket back. Ooh. More acorns. Acorns are everywhere in this Jeep, huh? That's the wire for the light. What are all these tubes? There's actually a drain system? Huh. Interesting. Interesting to say the least. What's even more interesting is this original build sheet I found while doing some research for the Jeep. I'll leave it up on screen for a sec, and you can pause it if you actually want to try to find some part numbers, but I guarantee you can't find any of them anymore. Because I don't want to mess with this sunroof, to be honest. Because I don't want it to leak. Since it's not leaking, I will show you this Jeep that does have a sunroof as well. Because I am using that to make this a template. I have this piece. It is right here. Don't worry, it's gonna get put back together. Again, beautiful burgundy hound's blood, hound's tooth interior. Let me get the light. This one's got a sunroof as well, but it's a different style. This one, I believe, is aftermarket. This one is 87, so it's AMC still, but is that lock in place? Guess you could ride it with, I don't know if that would stay. It might lock. It locks in place. Just had to give it a good push. And I just tested this before I brought it in the garage. I soaked it down, had no leaks. So it's getting a headliner. I don't know why it came out. Guy was probably just lazy. Or he took it out and forgot about it. I had one dude that bought a headliner off me, and he said he took it out of his Jeep to redo it. He never got around to it for a couple months, and his dad threw it out because he thought it was trash. Cost him $100. Now that I got the light, I'll show off this interior too. Super nice. Same interior, but burgundy. Some of the best interior there is. For start, we're gonna have to take all this fabric off. Last owner started to staple it up because it was sagging, so we're gonna have to yank those out. And be gentle around those corners. Those corners love to break, as you just saw. And we're bare. Well, not really. We got to get all this old glue off. Took the spare cover off because thing's filthy. I'll take it home and pressure wash it. The rest of this needs to get deep cleaned, but I'm gonna pile all this stuff back up inside so that I can focus on this, because I think it's getting ready to rain and I don't want to be stuck outside. As for the center console lid and the horn button, what do you guys think I should do? Find a different one and paint them black? Because I highly doubt I'm going to find a red one or be able to paint it to a red that looks right. Comment below, because like I said, I'm uploading this series as I go. And also, has anyone ever seen one of these in a Jeep or in their car? Aren't these for like computer monitors? Or do they have an amp in here at one point? Because is that what all this is? Is this factory ampage? No way, right? You guys tell me. So I've got this one laid over this other one. It's a close fit, but I'm gonna throw this other headliner inside of that Jeep real quick just to see before I cut. You know, measure twice, cut once. Well, I just test fitted it in the other Jeep and we're way off. So 100% different sunroofs. That makes my life harder. All right, I guess I'm gonna pull this headliner back out because that doesn't help me at all. I'm gonna throw that other headliner in this Jeep and maybe I can make a template before I cut. I know technically this isn't the Chief, but we're doing the headliner in both of them today. Got this other one in. Definitely should have took this glue off because it's way filthier than the other one, and I'm dropping glue all over my head. But I think it's gonna work. But there's definitely gonna be a whole lot of measuring and taking it in and out to make sure it fits before I put fabric on and can't cut it again. Well, after a few measurements, this is what I came up with. Having all that extra glue actually came in handy because I just used my finger. And now I've got my template. I'll cut it out. 2 inches from the light, 5 inches from over there, 31 inches across. Let's cut it and hope I was right. I'm sure there's better ways to cut this, but this could just cut it like butter, so we're gonna keep doing this. Well, we're definitely a bit mangled because that ended up ripping, but I think I'll be able to glue it back together with the fabric and everything else. Maybe a little fiberglass if I got to. Either that or it's going to be a two-part headliner because we've already came this far. We're going to keep sending it. Let's get all this old glue off and proceed with what we're doing. If you haven't figured out what fabric you're going to use, now is probably a good time to figure that out too, before you get everything and then don't know what fabric you want to do. Need my brush. This one has a lot more glue to come off, whereas this one, the headliner, has probably been sagging for a while, so most of the old glue. All right, battery died while I was at the shop taking off all the old glue, but back at home I already did the two-piece one. This is the one that's going in the Laredo. This is the one for the Chief. Had to do it in two pieces, like I said. This is actually three pieces, but I glued it all back together. Gonna use the same Sherpa fabric. Lay it on, flip, flop. I'll show you. Glue on both sides. Let it sit for about 5-10 minutes. Now we're gonna flip it. All right, everything's glued down from the front side. I've got my holes cut out. This is cut out. We're gonna do a little bit of spray here, spray here, spray here. And then we'll have it all made. All right, and once you're sprayed and you waited for it to get tacky, same thing as usual. Grab your side. Show you guys this. Nothing fancy, just what gets it done. All right, and it's time to reinstall this headliner. But before I do that, I've got to make sure that there's no leaks, because I was messing with the sunroof. Now I don't know if I caused the leak or if I let the door open, but there's water down here now, and there wasn't before. So I'll pressure wash it, get it all cleaned up, and figure out where the leak is before I install that headliner and waste my time. Well, found the leak. That's nice. All right, I'm back in the garage now after I washed it. Discovered my leak. I know it's leaking from up here. This is, I took the clamps off because this is the clamp they had on here. This was just to help turn it, I guess, or maybe stop it from turning up, because I played with it and now it leaks. I tried to open it all the way. The screw disappears and then it still doesn't open, so it's probably missing some of this. That was connected to this, goes up there, because this sits inside of this, inside the little holes. There's like 3 holes inside of there, and this is supposed to sit up there. That's not gonna work, so we're gonna seal it up, and at least it'll be nice and scenic. At least someone will still be able to look out the roof. Last owner sealed up back here already. I'm assuming it's coming in over here. So I'm just gonna finish sealing it up. It's not like I'm gonna make it any worse than it already is. And at least then it won't be leaking on the new nice redone headliner. Just like that. We're all sealed up. Now to let it dry and hope that it works. Because I'm not doing anything else to this interior till I'm sure that this thing doesn't leak. Gotta finish cleaning these seats, putting it all together. And yeah, besides cleaning, that's really all this needs inside wise. 24 hours later. Well, I think everything's sealed up, but we're gonna pour some water on it and make sure nothing is pouring in. I thought that was water, but it's on the top side. All right, and I think I got the seal all sealed up, and now we can get this headliner installed. All right, got it all hung up. It's hanging on the little metal hangers. Clean the whole trim. Now we just gotta put all of it up. Well, just like that, headliner's all in. I gotta still put the lights up, but if you want to see it completely done, I guess you're gonna have to finish the series, because there's a lot more to come, and this way you'll come back. But for those that did watch the full thing, I'm at least gonna show you how we're looking right now. Look good. Gonna have to clean up all the seals because they're super dirty, but that's all for this one. Like, comment, and subscribe, and tune in for part 3. Because I'm promising you guys at least one video a week.